Alright, hey guys, this is SL Bushwhacker 66. Today I'm going to be doing this video because me and a bunch of other shocker owners have been getting frequent insults about how a shocker is the same thing as an ion and they're pretty much a waste of money. And it really pisses me off how ignorant people are to think that Smart Parts can charge up to $450 more for a gun that's exactly the same as their low end, and it's really bad. They have no idea what they're talking about, and this is just a video to prove it. So I'm just going to be comparing the two guns. I've tried to put as much of the stock parts on the Ion as possible, but you just gotta kind of bear with me now. Okay, first off, we're going to start with barrels. Okay, most shockers nowadays come with a freak barrel kit, or have the option to come with a freak barrel. Okay, the freak barrels are some of the best barrels on the market. Okay, if a shocker does not come with a freak, it comes with an All-American. Okay, this is an All-American two-piece barrel. Okay, also an excellent barrel. They're both really good barrels. Okay, a freak is one of the best. Okay, an Ion's stock barrel, okay, is a one-piece 12-inch heavy one-piece barrel. Okay, as you see, it lacks porting. That's pretty much all the porting it has. It is made of the same kind of metally material as the frame, the trigger, and the feed neck that was on here. All right, and it's not a very good barrel. It's not very accurate. It's just pretty much a piece of crap. You got to get rid of it as soon as you get the gun. What do you want? You want to go outside? Oh my God! There you go. Have fun. All right. So now we're gonna discuss regulators. Okay, this is pretty much the only similarity that the two guns have. I repeat, the only similarity. The internals of the regulator are almost exactly the same. Okay, the only difference between this regulator and this regulator is that the internals on this one has a little like O-ring in the inside, so you have a little bit more, so you can adjust the velocity a little bit higher. That's the only difference. Okay, pretty much these are exactly the same regulators, and even though the internals are the same, the outsides are a lot different. This, as you see, is a nice slimmed down aluminum, aircraft aluminum regulator sleeve, I guess you can call it. Okay, this pretty much has a little rubber sheath that goes over the regulator, and on the inside of here is just a regulator. Okay, it has no design. It's just a piece of aluminum. Okay, of like crude hard metal. I don't know. I'm not even sure if it's aluminum. Okay, this is a lot heavier than this. Okay, but they are pretty much exactly the same on the inside. Next up, we're going to talk about ASAs. Okay, an Ion comes with a standard ASA. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just an ASA. Okay, it's not an on-off. Okay, it's just you screw in your regulator and you have air. Okay, the shocker comes with a C-clip on-off ASA, which is a lot better than a standard ASA. All right, it's smaller, lighter, it's an on-off, it's a lot better. All right, it gives you control over your air. So now what we're going to talk about is triggers. All right, the Ion has a trigger is very wobbly. It's not very adjustable. Okay, pretty much there's a hole down the bottom here where you can adjust how far the trigger swings, and there's a screw right here that allows you to adjust the post travel of your trigger pull. All right, that's pretty much about it. On the shocker trigger, all right, you have multiple adjustment points. Okay, you got pre-travel, post-travel, activation point. You got about everything on here. All right, and plus this trigger is a lot lighter and easier to walk. Okay, not this one. All right, this one's much more snappy. No matter what, it's going to be snappy, loose, wobbly, and it's just not as good as a trigger as the shockers. This also has the trigger pin is also in a different spot than the shockers, which, as you can see here, is a little bit farther back. Okay, next up is feed necks. The shocker comes with a Q-lock feed neck. All right, this is one of the best feed necks on the market. Has nice little grip teeth on the inside. One of my favorite feed necks. Very low profile. Holds your gun on with a death grip. All right, it's a great feed neck. The feed neck was on the Ion. The feed neck is so bad I had to throw it out. All right, it's this tall feed neck that comes up to about here. All right, it's just crudely designed, made out of the same material as this or this, the frame, and it has 2 O-rings on the inside. Okay, it's just about it. It's very, you can break your feed neck inside of the, well, you can break your hopper inside of the feed neck, which is it's very bad feed neck. You're gonna have to throw it out as soon as you buy the gun. So once again, the shocker wins. Okay. Okay. Next up we're gonna talk about the bolts. All right. People think that the bolts are exactly the same. The bolts are actually very different. All right. This bolt is a little bit smaller. All right. A lot different in design. Okay. The face on the bolt is different. It's a lot more air efficient. It's a lot smoother. It's not as fast and bumpy as the ions. All right, the ion looks a lot different. A different face on the inside. Once again, it's just a lot different bolt. All right. Also, the prop valve you can unscrew by hand on most shockers. All right. If not, you can just stick it in there and an Allen wrench in there and unscrew it. This, you need an actual wrench to unscrew it on the Ion XEs. This is just a regular Ion. So once again, the Ion wins. If you didn't notice, the Ion just keeps on losing. All right. I don't even know if I had to mention that, but it just keeps on losing. The shocker just keeps on winning. Okay. Next up, we're just going to talk about the overall looks of the gun. Okay, this is an octane shocker, by the way, so the looks, it has a very precise, amazing milling on the gun. All right, they could be charging a lot more for the milling on the gun. This is a very expensive, high quality milling on this gun. They just pretty much, they have a plastic polymer shell that goes around. This is not the stock body, as you can tell. This is a black cell body, which is a glass-filled nylon body. The stock ion body is just a piece of plastic, okay, with rubber around it. So it's hard and durable, but it looks terrible and it can crack. So now we're going to talk about the grips. All right, grips on here, nice and smooth. They're very small, very thin, and they contour to your hand. These are very wide, as you see. They're very thick grips. Okay. They do wear out after a while if they kind of wear down, and also these grips look a lot better. All right, they just feel a lot better in the hand. These are a lot wider. These are more comfortable and contour to your hand. So next is the overall feel and shooting of the shocker. All right, this gun can currently only shoot with the stock board up to 17 BPS. All right, which is fast, but it can keep up with the current day game. This has a lot more firing modes. Has a lot higher ROF speed. It's just an overall great. This is a great board. The 2009 Shocker board. One of the greatest comebacks from Smart Parts is putting in the 2009 tournament board instead of the Nerve board. They kept the same board throughout the years. Okay, it's the same board, shoots 17 BPS, has a couple modes. That's about it. All right. So once again, for customizability and just overall performance, the Shocker shoots a lot smoother. Okay. This is more has a little bit more kick. It's a little bit more clanky, more kind of like a harder feel. This is just very smooth gun, very smooth shooting gun. Also slight bit more efficient than the Ion. All right, so this is pretty much it for the review. All right, so as you can see.